What's up, guys? We'll give it like a minute until everyone joins, and then I'll start a quick one. How's everyone's day today? What'd you guys trade? Where's the steak? You guys know me so well. Alright, I'll give it like another minute and then I'll start. Alright guys, so let me talk about what I traded today, how I traded and what went right, what went wrong. So going into the day, there was one stock that I was really watching the most, which was NBEV, NBEV. And the reason why I was watching this, or why I was so interested in it, is because it was day 4 of a move of a stock that went from 150 to 650. So anytime a stock kind of does, a 600, 700% move in 3 or 4 days, it's usually not sustainable. It's usually going to pull back. It's usually going to have some sort of wash or some sort of panic or something. So going into it this morning, I was up early and I saw it kind of grinding up from 470 to like 480. And the thing I noticed is that the high of the day yesterday was essentially like 495 or $5. So if it's 7:30 in the morning and it's already at 490, chances are that it's going to probably break 5 and squeeze. And I actually went long a little bit in the morning around $5 because I recognized this. I said, okay, shorts are stuck and the high of the day from yesterday is $5 and TLRY is gapping up. This is probably a good long setup. So I bought some long at $5 and I ended up selling it at 530, which was good. Gave myself a cushion in the morning. Not a bunch of size, maybe I don't know, 2,000 on it, maybe like something small. And I thought to myself, okay, now it's day 4, now it's extended. What are the lines on the daily chart to be attacking off of? Let the chart form first, pre-market. And what ended up happening is it had a double top in the 650s pre-market, and it kind of pulled back all the way down to like 530 or 540 or something like that. And I said to myself, okay, today possibly could be a big day if everything works out, but you just have to be patient with your entries. You have to make sure that you are only putting size onto this stock if it is doing exactly what you want it to be doing, if it is conforming to exactly what you think it's going to be conforming to, and then from there you could assess it. So trading it in the morning, I recognized that there was a bunch of hidden sellers in the 6s, a bunch. And then they moved down to the 590s, and then they moved down to the 580s. So being able to recognize this, I took some short early in the morning, and I didn't want to size into it until it kind of broke the 570s and it was under VWAP and TLRY was starting to unwind. So I gave myself a criteria. I said to myself, okay, it has to be under 6, it has to be under VWAP, and TLRY has to be unwinding. That is the only way I'm going to put size on this NBEV, right? And everything kind of worked out, right? So 6 stuffed, and then it had a bunch of lower highs, and then what ended up happening was 550 was the support. So in my mind, I said, okay, if 550 breaks the support, you have now a new thing. So let's go back and analyze. So if it's under 550 support, if it is under 570 VWAP, if it is under 6 top high of the day, chances are that this is going to unwind, especially on day 4. So that gives me the conviction to be sizing in much larger than usual on a setup like this. And everything worked out in the morning. Everything looked like it was going to work out early, and the stock broke the 550 support, and it was almost instantly at 530. And at that point I was like, okay, I have my size on, I have my areas to risk off of. It's under VWAP, it is under 6, and there's a bunch of bag holders from pre-market that are in from 6 to 650. So they would give me enough resistance if I needed it to exit on pops if need be. And again, it kind of unwound, and I covered some of my position in the 530s and 540s to give myself some sort of P&L cushion so that I can re-add on pops and risk my realized P&L on the day on that setup. So for example, if I lock in $5,000 or $10,000 worth of gains, that gives me the ability to size back up on pops with the same size, if not more, risking that realized gain as my buffer zone and as my cushion. So what ended up happening was I covered maybe 20% of my position in the 540s and 530s, and I was like, sweet, it's under 550, it's under VWAP, there's no shot in hell this thing is hitting 6. There's no shot in hell this is hitting 6 again. It is broken, it is day 4, TLRY is unwinding, everything is going exactly according to plan. I have my size, I have my areas to risk off of, I have a good average, I have some realized profits. Now the game is to re-add on pops that 20% that I covered and be patient with it. And for whatever reason, I still don't even know, I still don't even understand how it went from $5.27 to $6 in 8 minutes. I have no idea how it did that. And in the back of my head, if I'm using massive size, 70,000 shares, 80,000 shares, 90,000 shares on a stock like this, it's because I have the conviction that I know that it's going to work out, right? So I covered 20% of my position at the lows, and then it kind of bounced. So I added back a little bit, and then I thought to myself, okay, it just hit 527, and it's at 560 right now. That shouldn't happen, but usually it might just consolidate and then it might break down lower after. Instead, it went from 560 to 570 to 580. And at this point, I'm thinking to myself, okay, my average is at 570 on size and it is 580. I locked in some gains. Now I have a choice to make. Do I use those gains as confidence, as a false sense of confidence? Or do I accept that the setup is not working anymore and protect my capital, protect myself, and mitigate my risk? And what I did is the right thing. Although I had massive size, it's because it's day 4 of a setup that 90% of the time would pay out on these specific criteria, which again is under 6, under VWAP, under 550 support, and broke pre-market support. All these 4 things that happened gave me the confidence I needed to size into it and try to work around the core and be patient with it and make sure everything worked out perfectly. And so just going back to what I was thinking when it was at 580, I said, okay, I have P&L, I have realized gains, but now I am underwater a little bit on my size. I have a choice to make. Should the stock ever be back at 580 when it just hit 527 5 minutes ago? No. It should never, ever, ever, ever do that shit, ever. And realizing that and recognizing that in my head, I said to myself, okay, you're either going to be a man or you're going to be an egotistical loser and fight it. So what did I do? I took off most of my size, if not all of it, at 590 and 6 right before it halted. And that led to a pretty big loss, right? That's a massive loss on size. Losing 40 cents, 50 cents on size sucks. But now looking back at it, now looking back at how I traded it, I could not be more satisfied with the way I traded that stock. And I'm sure some people are going to say, like, you've lost a shit ton of money. What the hell is wrong with you? How can you be okay with losing that much money or losing that? Because the answer is that I know that setup works. I know that 9 times out of 10, that setup is going to pay me 5 to 6 figures. I know it. And being able to recognize that something was going wrong in that setup and being able to take emotions out of the game and play purely based on knowledge that I should be exiting at that point, no matter what my P&L was, no matter what my realized gains were earlier, no matter what the hell was happening, is what separates me from someone else, right? I take big swings. I take big P&L swings, and that's pretty obvious. I can make $10,000 a day. I could lose $20,000. I could lose $30,000 a day, but I also have the ability to make $100,000 in a week, right? And these numbers are ridiculous. These numbers are crazy. These numbers are big. But you have to realize that if you want to get to this sort of level of moving 50,000, 100,000 shares, you have to be okay with these days of losses. You have to be okay with accepting that you are wrong. You have to be okay and realize that if the setup is not working out the way it should be working out, you have to get out no matter what the hell else you are thinking. And covering at, actually, I'm not looking now, but what is NBEV at right now? NBEV. What is it trading at right now? Above 7? 720. So if I was stubborn and I said to myself, I locked in a gain, I'm right, the trade was right, this is just some bullshit that's happening, and if I didn't mitigate my risk, my $35,000, $40,000 winner was going to be $100,000, $150,000. So which would I rather have? Would I rather, leave ego out the door and cover where I'm supposed to? Or would I want to fight and be stressed and want to jump off bridge right now, Like, is that there's certain times that I'm going to be sizing up on specific setups because it gives me the conviction. I see these things happening over and over again. I see them playing out. I know that 9 times out of 10 on day 4, the stock is going to fucking unwind. I know it's going to unwind. And being able to recognize that there are sellers in the 6s, that it is under VWAP, that it is under 550 support, and that is giving me the conviction to be patient or to size in larger than usual, is something that takes time. But the biggest thing that you have to take away from today is that no matter how big the size, no matter how big the P&L cushion, no matter how comfortable you are, if the setup is not fucking working, you run away. You do not walk. I didn't cover on the fucking bids. I took as much on the ask as I could. I was eating the ask as much as I possibly could because I was protecting myself in case something went wrong. And right after I covered, the stock halted up. You know what I'm saying? What if I didn't cover there? What if I didn't cover at 6? The stock halted at 610 and opened up at 650. Then I'm down 100 grand and I'm like, wow, what a fucking idiot. All I had to do was get out at 6 like I was planning. So, look, I'm pissed. I've had 2 really shitty days, the last 2 days, playing this NBEV. But what can I take away from it? I am sticking to my bread and butter setups. I am not trading setups that aren't mine. I am sizing in on these setups that I know are going to pay well. And a big, big thing to realize is that it was a good trade in the morning. It was uncalled for what happened after. And the fact that I was able to mitigate my risk and only have a $30,000 loss when it could have easily been $150,000 is a win in my book. The same reason I covered at 350 yesterday, the same reason I covered at 6 today is discipline. It is discipline. I want to make sure that I am keeping my losses as small as possible on these setups so that when I do finally attack it, when I finally do crush it, when I finally do smoke it, the money I make on the backside is going to be way more than the money I lost on the front side. And that's basically it. That's basically my mentality for the day. I'm pissed. I'm frustrated. I'm annoyed that I traded the stock perfectly. I am annoyed that I sized in properly. I'm annoyed that everything that I did was by the book and everything was right. Yet, it went 527 to fucking 610 in 5, 6, 7 minutes. So, again, it's fucking $7 now. It might be 8 or it might be 6 by the time the market closes. But all I know is that I traded the setup properly. I sized in based on the risk reward that I thought was possible on this setup, my mentality was like lose 30 cents to make $1 on 80,000 shares. Lose 30 grand to make 80 grand. Like obviously the numbers are ridiculous, but it made sense to me. The setup made sense to me. And, I can't be disappointed about playing a stock that's completely in my playbook, that is an A+ setup, that I sized into, that was under VWAP, that was under support, that had heavy resistance. I can't be mad about fucking that up, because the key is that I didn't fight it. I was able to stare at my $40,000 P&L loss and say, shit, and not say, okay, when this goes to 30,000 or 20,000, I'll eat it there. I'll eat it down on the next dip. I'll eat it down when it dips again. I'll eat it when it goes down one more time. Instead, I said, fuck that. This was wrong. I was wrong. Get out as fast as fucking possible. As fast as possible. So, that's basically it, man. That's basically it. That's how I was feeling. That's what I was thinking. And that's it, man. Not all days are winners. Everyone wants 10, 20, 30 G's a day. Be okay with losing that much a day too. And if you're not, don't bother. Don't bother, Do not bother. Anyway, I'll do some questions now real quickly. I'm frustrated. I'm pissed, fuck. Shit sucks. It's raining. I can't take my other car out. Fuck. Shit sucks. The best way to learn is to have pain. Let me say that again. I feel like you only learn from traumatic experiences. There's been plenty of times that I've fought the stock and I've had larger losses, and I just wish that I covered where I covered earlier, just so that I could save myself some money. And although today sucks, I'm not thinking to myself, oh, I should have covered more at 530. Oh, I should have covered more at 550. My mentality was, dude, this is day 4. It's under VWAP at low of the day. What reason did I have to cover rather than locking in some gains, which I did to give myself a padding? Recognizing that something was wrong and the setup was not working, and being able to have the discipline and conviction to stop out as fast as possible, no matter what the outcome would be after, is a win. Because now the shit is at fucking $7, and I am confident I would have been a lot more pissed, a lot more angry, and putting the fucking toaster in the bathtub with me. So, again, I've been doing this almost 5 years, and I'm still fucking learning. I'm still fucking learning every single day. I'm not perfect. I don't think I'm perfect. I probably never will be perfect. But on my setups that I know are A+ setups, you better believe I'm going to bet the farm on them. And sometimes they're not going to work out. And I have to accept that. And, today sucks, but there's always tomorrow. There's always the next day. There's always next month. There's always next year. There's always going to be another play. So although this didn't work out today, shit, fuck it, man. Tomorrow's a new day. Yeah, the money sucks. Don't get me wrong. Losing a fucking, Tesla Model 3 sucks. But at the end of the day, I trust my process. I trust my setups. I trust everything. And it's just one of those days where shit doesn't work out. And that's it. Let's do questions. Yeah, when the setup is there, I'm going to take my shot. I'm always going to... Day 4 on a stock that went from 150 to 650 is a setup that pays out. And I sized in large because of that, you know? So, anyway, shit happens, man. Shit fucking happens. You either accept it, learn from it, and move on, or you cry about it and no one fucking listens. Instead of complaining about it, I'm trying to find the ways to improve about it. I'm trying to find the ways that I could have maybe done it better. You know, maybe when I covered at 6, I should have gone long. Make it back. Who knows? Who knows? So, that's it. That is it. I'll take a couple more questions, then I'm going to go eat some fucking food. I'm starving. How many shares on MBEV? I don't know, like 80,000, 90,000 shares, something like that. Why that much? A plus setup. A plus setup. You bet the farm on the hands that you have, like Baus has in blackjack. If you have a 20, imagine you saw your cards beforehand in blackjack. If I saw that I had a 20, I would be betting fucking everything on that 20. Because chances are that I'm going to win that hand. And you know what fucking happened today? That dealer got blackjack. That's exactly what happened. I had a 20. I bet big on 20. And the stupid motherfucking dealer got blackjack. So what happens? He wins. But most of the time, that 20 is going to win. You know? That should make a lot of sense. I had a 20 today. I had 2 jacks. And the gypsy dealer got a 21. What the fuck? Shit happens. Does that mean that next time on a 20, I'm not going to bet as hard? No, I'm going to bet the same fucking way. I'm going to bet the same fucking way as soon as I get a 20 again. Awesome, guys. Glad I could help. We'll see, yeah. Maybe tomorrow's the day, maybe not. Maybe it's fucking Monday. What is it trading at now? Is it still above 7? $7.30 and pushing. Perfect. Get that motherfucker to 10. Get that motherfucker to 10. $7.27. Good. I saved myself a Ferrari by covering. Like, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it fucking sucks a lot. But I did the right thing, man. I did the right thing. And over over my trading career, if I keep doing what I did today, I am going to be unstoppable. I know that. I know I'm going to be unstoppable because these are the foundation. You need a good foundation, first of all. And right now, I am building the right foundation to be able to stop out on massive size while taking emotions out of the picture. I could have just said, oh, I'm up 10 grand, realized it's going to come back. I'll make my money back on the next dip and no problem, like, whatever. Instead, I said, fuck, this is wrong. This should never rebound from 527 to 580. It should never fucking rebound like that. And shit, man. That's it. I'm not perfect, man. I'm not fucking perfect. I'm fucking human. Anyway. That's basically it, guys. That's basically it. Any other questions? What is the boot camp? So if you guys don't know, me and Bao run My Investing Club, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to set up a free boot camp, like a free seminar for all of our annual members only, and that's on October 6th. So essentially what we're trying to do is that we're trying to teach you how to trade in person as if this is the first time you're figuring out what trading is. So on October 6th, from 9 in the morning till 4 p.m., we're going to talk about trading. We're going to explain some setups. We're going to explain everything and anything that has to do with trading emotions and everything, all free. 100% free if you're an annual member. And then right after that, we're going to have an after party, which is free to every single member. So the boot camp from 9 to 4 is for annual members only. After that is free for all members. So anyway, just something to keep in mind. October 6th, it's going to be a good time. Nico's going to be there, Tasha's going to be there, Pal's going to be there, I'm going to be there. We're going to have some brokers, we're going to have some food. Pal said he's going to have a pizza party on Friday. Sounds fun. And that's basically it, man. That's basically it. Just do everything day by day. Can't be pissed at myself for how I traded today because, fuck, man. I traded well. The setup didn't work out well. The dealer got a fucking 21. So, anyway. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you guys tomorrow.